with Danica Aquatics. Well, guys, I'm doing water changes on the old Pleco room today, and I figured, you know what? I haven't done a hangout stream in a while. Why not? It's a Thursday morning, so might as well just have some fun and hang out with some of y'all this morning. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm sure some of you will start the home on in here. But I've got a bunch of water changes today, so you guys always make them go quicker when you're in here, so I figured I'd do that today. Danny and I got a ton of Plecos right now. I'm working on these water changes, and I'm also going to be taking some upgraded pictures of everything, and I'm going to try to get the website up and running. I am shipping now, so if you are in the market for Plecos, I just got to figure out another way for right now, because shipping is really expensive at the moment. Good morning, good morning. Gotta start getting the lights on. I was sitting there, I was listening to music. I'm like, you know, I should just go live. That way I can see some of you folks. Because I don't get to really do this much like I used to. So, good morning, whoever just came in. And I wore an extra long shirt for you guys today, so I don't think there'll be any Kraken sightings today. We will keep it clean for y'all today. But yeah, this Super Red tank definitely needs it. Thank God I got a swap at the end of the month, so I'll be able to start moving some of these guys out again. I've got probably 40 397s at this point, another 40 or 50 leopard frogs, tons of super reds, and then I've got about 20 to 30 of the king tigers right now. So everything is really going. Morning, folks. Good to see everyone. And it's been so long since I have done this. I don't even know how to not seeing the chat this morning, so maybe I'll bring in my other computer instead up there so I can actually see the chat. I think I'll do that because it'll Morning, folks. I guess some of you are probably afternoon already. All right, we'll turn the volume down on this. There we go. Now I can see the chat. Perfect. All right, guys. I don't like trying to look at the chat on my phone. And you YouTube, it likes me to do this up and down. I apologize. You all know on my normal streams I like to go the wide angle. Unfortunately, they don't like it. So we will go ahead and do it like this. I guess I need to put this on live chat. There we go. All right. Good, good, good. So we got the swap at the end of the month, and then Danny will be dropping, if you guys want botanicals, we will have some of those on our website as well soon. We're in the process, guys. It's been a process. I still fighting things with this stuff. I've got to go up and get my new meds. I'm hoping that kicks its butt. I don't like not being myself. But we're fixing to have a nice little heat wave in the great state of Oregon. We're going to be in the high 90s tomorrow, and then by the Monday they're talking into the 100 range. So I wanted to get all my, I'm going to be mad water changing all day today and probably half a day tomorrow. I just want to have all the water flipped because I don't want to be doing water changes in 100-degree weather. I'm drinking the good old Sunkist. Ooh, yeah. Getting that sugar buzz going early. And for those that didn't see this short, because I forgot you guys haven't, I haven't streamed since last Sunday, we actually did find Ditto. She was found about 2 nights ago. Hilarious. Danny woke me up out of a dead sleep doing this happy dance in the middle of the hallway with the dang lizard in her hand, screaming, "Yahoo! Yahoo!" I'm like, "God, Lord, woman, you and that lizard." Yeah. So she's happy about that. So Ditto is now officially back. Good morning, Miss Roxanne. How are you this morning, love? How are you and Mr. Pep doing? Figured I haven't done a water change stream in a while. I would do one today. Do a couple hours anyway. So what are you and the Pepster doing on the old farm this morning? Pepler, what's going on, Bubba? I wish I could have my grandbabies overnight. I think we're going to have to start that because they're so far away. Especially if I continue to work from home, I could actually go snatch them up and keep them here with me. Mama's pretty protective of her babies, though. They don't usually get to spend much overnight with other folks. Had to get a bunch of water changes done because we're getting ready to get into extreme hot weather, so I don't want that becoming an issue. Oh. And I made sure to wear an extra long shirt today for you guys. There will be no Krakens today. Garcia! What's up, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, sir. All right. On to the leopard frogs. After I get this one empty, I can go ahead and start my water. Start getting them filled. So anybody that's thinking of becoming pleco breeders, one thing you have to do is make sure you're doing these water changes at least twice a week. And if you skip one, you'll know it. That's unfortunately what happened here. I was only able to do these guys once this week, and they look like it. Got so many leopard frog babies, man. I'll swing you around and show you guys these little fellers. Oh. What up, Uncle Smiley? Good to see you. All right, I'll show you guys these. Show you how many we got. So many of these little guys now. Look at them all. Aren't they cute though? Look at them all, guys. So many babies. I'm glad we got a swap coming, man. So I'll probably be taking 20 of these to the next swap. I sell a lot of them every time I go. But man, I tell you, those are going good, and then I'll show you what's going on over here with my 397s. Again, tons of them. They like to hang out in this wood. Look at them, aren't they cute? Then they like, if anybody's got some line or live in Arizona or something, the Danikins would probably make you a pretty square deal if you want to go do some leg work and get me some chala wood. I'd give you, me and Danny wouldn't mind starting a business with somebody that's in Arizona, because I go through this chala wood now. I'm going to tell you, look at that big old female 397. They're doing so good though, man. I got the green water. Since they've been in this tank, I made sure to get them in a spot where they didn't get any sunlight. And then the king tigers, same thing. They are going nuts too. I got to be careful. I'm not going to get too creative with that, because the lights that are on there, I'll end up knocking them in the water. We don't need an electrocution to start my day. And if these guys haven't produced any babies in a while, I don't know what their problem is. I think they're mad for me moving them. This is my 236 RB lines. So let me flip this back around for a bit, because I want to get all the mold out of this tank and the detritus. That's cool. Get those babies going, Pep. What's going on, Ben? Good. Thanks for coming to the stream. Appreciate you. I'll be going for a little bit. If you're at work and need something to listen to, I'll probably be going at least a couple hours anyway. And if you got places to be, people to see, no big deal. You don't have to hang out either. I'll be here doing water changes, so I figured I'd start up a stream, see what everybody's up to. I don't think anybody normally goes on Thursday morning, do they? By all means, if there is somebody you normally go, I don't want to step on any toes. Oh. Yeah, I cannot get over these leopard frogs, guys. Took me a lot of years to get them going, but now I can't shut them off. So if you were in the market for leopard frogs, I can help you out. Uh-oh. I hear the clicky-clack of some paws. I must going to be joined by my... There she is, my beautiful dog, Shiva. What are you doing? Huh? You down here checking out what I'm up to? You want me to bring your bed down here so you can hang out? Huh? You goofy little dog. What you doing, Shiva? What you doing, Shiva? Yeah, I wish you guys could have been, if I would have been not asleep, I would have loved to have taken a video the other day of Danny finding that. I mean, she was going nuts when she found that lizard. Doing a happy dance in the middle of the hallway with the lizard in her hand, screaming at the top of her lungs, Yahoo, Yahoo. She cracked me up. I'm going to have my wife come down here. She ain't going to believe this. Well, we're not going to bother her. It sounds like she's in one of her Intel meetings. She had to stay home sick today. She's not feeling too well. I can't work at the moment because of the COPD and stuff. But I got to find something soon or we're going to be in a world of hurt. Can't really do the phone jobs anymore because I would be halfway through the presentations and run out of breath. I might have to consider looking into the disability, which breaks my heart. I never thought I'd have to do that. All right, now we're looking. Now we're rolling. So while I'm waiting for the rest of that grain, let me dry my hands and I'll show you guys. We got a fresh batch of super whites that I'm excited about. Red Laser, what's up? Good to see ya. Appreciate y'all coming in on a Thursday morning, hanging out with me. Let's go show you guys some super whites. Don't know if I'll make it to this room today or not. I would like to, but you only got so much hot water. Let me show you guys these. These guys, let me flip it around. Go real slow. There's one way up in there. That's actually a female hiding. So they must all be hanging under here today. Look at all the little guys. Aren't they cute? They got super whites. And what I did with this tank, guys, because I've been having trouble with the males really hurting the females in this group. So what I did now is I just put 2 females and 2 males. That's all I'm putting in here. So then I transferred all the rest to my main colony over here. And we will see what happens. So I did put all the rest of the males in here. But I am eventually going to start getting a little more selective with them. And I'm going to get the whitest of the white in the entire group in that one tank that I've got there to see if I can really get some white ones. I might as well go around, turn on some lights. Oh. Sorry guys, I think what I'm going to need to do is go up and get my inhaler here in a sec, because I'm already losing air. All right. And these guys, I cannot wait to get them into their new tank, my good old L82s. That's happening this month. God permitting, this month we'll have that done. My little goldfish are getting big. They're going into a 125 soon. Aren't they cute? Fat little bear. Absolute chunkers. We got these from Sue Moore Guppies. Little fantails, but look at their fat little bellies. These guys aren't scared to eat. And I'll tell you what, this tank was crammed full of duckweed. That tank was a lot worse. These guys have been just eating the heck out of the duckweed, which I enjoy. But this room I'm in right now, if all goes well, by the end of this year, I should be able to get them going. Well, this light took a crap now. Isn't that special? Oh, well. I don't think there's a pleco baby yet that I haven't liked, Roxanne. The pleco babies are just too cute. I'll show you. These guys are going good. These guys are definitely getting a water change today again. This will be the second one for them this week, but they really, these are my little L600s. I really love these guys. They are so cool, man. But if you ever keep them, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be two a week water changes. All right. 3G! What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Oh, dang it. Well, the leopard frogs decided to kill one of their females. Damn it. That's the problem with these plecos too, guys. They do are rather jerky to one another. I haven't had this problem. These males did kill a bunch about 4 years ago. I'll have to keep an eye on that and make sure they don't continue to do that. So I have to remember to take that garbage out. My wife always loves when I put casualties in there and forget about them, which I have been known to do. Thanks for coming in, Ben. Appreciate you. Believe it or not, Red Laser, I've never been one to pay attention to pH as much as TDS. Like these plecos that I'm breeding, it's always been around 110 TDS, and I'm running about 7.8, 7.6 to 7.8. It varies a little bit throughout the year, but my TDS always stays pretty steady at 110. Then when I start refilling these tanks, I'll bring them back in at about 3 to 4 degrees less than what they're currently sitting at. And what I do to save myself work is I usually like to refill everything at about 80, because most of the high pans and all of those guys are at 82. 79 to 80 is what I'll refill them at. Now the bristle nose, it don't matter as much. They're going to breed either way. But the high pans, every time I do a nice cold water change like that, it tends to get them going again. I am in the market for some more 519s, and I might have found a guy. Oh no. Tell me there was nothing under there. Good. Now that we got this more than 3/4 of the way, I'm going to go ahead and get my water going. Yeah, Greg. Yes, I'm sure many times you guys have had that first stream. The old Pollock heat, as I like to call it. Now I got to figure out what the heck I did with my safe. Hey, I'll start looking like Danny when he took that one upstairs, so I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty. Get our safe going. All right. Got that going. Good to go. Good morning there, Mary. Good to see you. I think I'm probably going to end up starting another grow out tank for my leopard frogs and stuff like that. I might have to move these guys to a 55 because they're producing so many. Same thing with the 397s. What's up, George? Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Might end up having to add a few more caves to this one too. Keep them from wanting to beat the heck out of each other. What's going on, Deb? I actually got you in a live stream. I feel honored. I am going in a very different time though, so. So now, with the bodies I found in the leopard frog, I've got to probably do a 90% change on this just to be sure I don't have any issues here. Yeah, the reason I'm trying to get everything done today, we've got a real bad heat front coming through here soon. Heat wave, as they call them. It's going to be almost 100 or over 100 on Monday. Starting on Saturday, it's going to be in the 90s. So I just want to make sure these guys have a real good water change before that hits. And these guys have been starting to show signs of breeding activity. I cannot wait to get this fish going. I'll show you guys these. These are the 306s, and they're called the blood tiger, blood red tiger. Believe it or not, that's a female there, to give you an idea what the males look like. See if I don't really want to mess with them because I did notice the other day a female in there with him. So in case he's on eggs, I don't want to mess with him. But the males get just completely bright red. Such a cool fish, man. Aren't those cool? Is it me, guys, or does it look like that boy is fanning? Because it sure looks like he's trying to fan to me. Ugh. You guys can be my backup. Let me know when you see a tank behind me getting too full. Because you know me, I'm good for putting a little water on the floor. Yeah, the key with these 397s and these 306s is this challah wood, man. You get that challah wood in there, they will breed. I gotta find a line on some better pricing challah wood. My wife and I got our wholesaler's license. We can't even find it wholesale. That you can buy these little bitty twig looking things, but to find the big chunks like Sue got me, it's next to impossible. I'll have to see if her sister, next time she goes to Arizona, double it up some more. Nah, George, to be honest, Danny and I have downsized quite a bit. It's pretty much our plecos, and then we've got banded gudgeons breeding, a couple different lines of Corey's breed, but we don't take it serious. We don't pull legs. Mostly it's a pleco show around here nowadays. Then I've got some Judeochromis transcriptus that breed all the time. But to the most part, it is a pleco show. And believe me, if you do plecos, it's pretty much all you have time for because they need water changes so often. Eventually, that's probably all I will have is plecos. I don't think I'll always have a tank of cichlids going to show tanks. Of course, my insane clown posse will always be with us. Now these guys are interesting. I'll show you guys what I got going on. Well, let me get it clean first. Get all this detritus out, and then we'll show you. But they're definitely of size. I think I'm going to have to pick up some more of these 519s to get them going. Because they're old enough to where they should be breeding. Now they're plenty big enough. And I do have males and females, so it's just got to get them going. Such a pretty fish, though. Probably just have to get the good old Barry White playing in the fish room again, and we'll get them going. Yeah, George, we used to like to do the ponds. I haven't set a pond up here in probably a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years. Ever since I got into these plecos, these pretty much take a good portion of my time. All right. Show you guys what we got going on here with these 519s. Where'd they all go? Ain't they seeing them there? They're definitely a breeding size, and now I just got to get them going. That's a definitely beautiful little male right there. And I got one female that always hangs out on this log. I think I'm male heavy is the problem. So I'm going to probably buy another smaller group, maybe 5 to 6. So I, for sure, got it. That's what I usually do when I got something that's not wanting to take off. I'll just add more to the colony, and then it ends up working out. Their tank's the funnest to try to get. There we go. Aren't those guys neat? I gotta get this over. Get the detritus between this. And keep in mind, this is every 3 to 4 days you get this much crap. And there's only like 7 fish in this one. So you can imagine what I got out of those leopard frogs. I might have to hold back on water changes for a while on these guys until I get them really going. Sometimes that will work too. Then give them hold back for a day or two and then give them a massive one, and sometimes get them going. Get that so it's not rattling your all's ears. Good to hear, Deb. You're going to love that fish. I just showed mine here. I'll show you mine again. Deb just recently acquired some 236 RB lines. Super cool fish. Now that one right there was one of my babies. I kept her in there. That one I could probably almost put over into the super white tank, but I'm going to leave her here for now. I'm hoping they produce me another couple of those yellows. I did end up getting a couple of super yellows out of them the one time, and I'd like to have more of those. Those are really pretty. If you guys haven't seen the 236 super yellows, they're really cool too. Just like a super white, only it's yellow where all the white is. And it's a nice yellow too, like banana color yellow. So a nice little brighter lemon or banana. Ah. Yeah, I'll be very surprised if I don't have 306 is going pretty quick too. The other ones that are getting close are my 181 peppermints. They're definitely full size now. So it's just a waiting game. That's the thing. Breeding these plecos, sometimes you just got to be very patient. I'm probably going to end up splitting this leopard frog colony soon. I don't like it when I find body. I end up finding two females munch. So that tells me I got a male starting to be a jerk again. Originally I had a group of 10 and the two males I had killed every one of them. So I'm going to be cautious with that. I might have to, got enough babies here, I might just say screw it and start a second colony. That'll be down the road, dude. Eventually the next room over is probably going to just be like this room. I'm going to have 2 full rooms of plecos is my goal. Then once that room's filled, have a couple of personal tanks out in the, where I string from out there in my office area. I have mostly show tanks out there. And then obviously the wall tanks and the few that are in our living room upstairs. And then Danny is going to be doing some beautiful scape tanks. We're finally getting those 2 AquaCube, AGA AquaCubes or whatever they call them, garden cubes. She's going to get those scaped up finally. So that will be nice. And then she's doing a new scape for Little Princess. She's going to have a nice scaped planted tank now. She wants to spoil her, which she deserves it. She got some coal shrimp the other day. I thought she thought she went to heaven. All right. 1 down. here. Then once I get done with this room, got to slide over and do those 600s. And I might do the Queen Hour bus today. I don't worry about that one as much because they're in a 120 currently. So they got a little more volume where I don't have to stress as much on them. But eventually they're going to be over into the fish room either in a 75 or a 55. The next room that I'm doing, I'm considering doing, getting a couple of those 60-gallon breeders. I'd like to maybe try a couple of those on. Oh, that sucks, Deb. I hate when that happens. Yeah, they poop. They definitely poop there, Mary. Like those are good for that. Yeah, I've got to figure out why these 519s just will not start pulling the trigger here. But the beautiful thing is they're beautiful to look at, so I'm not too concerned. If they breed, they breed. If they don't, I'm enjoying looking at them at the moment. But I'll get them going. Every Pleco I've ever tried breeds. Just a matter of time. Just got to be patient. And I don't care what line it is, every time you see babies, you get all excited. Porcelain Chinese fish ponds, huh? That sounds interesting, George. There's a couple of species I still need to get back into the house, one of which is my Paratilapia, blinker eye, Marilambo, or pollen eye, whatever you want to call them. I'm missing not having those, and I would like to breed those down the road. I've always wanted to breed them. I had a pair that was breeding, and then that tank crash killed all those and all my flash plecos. It's the only thing about fish keeping, it tends to do things to get you second guessing yourself sometimes. She's going to be in the same size tank. She's just going to give it her a nice scape, Foxanne. We're going to plant it out and give her a nice planted tank. She's got a couple new logs that we got her too. She loves them. She got too big for the original ones we bought her, so we got her some new logs that are where she can get full length into them. What? You're awful needy this morning, dog. What's going on? Huh? What's going on? You want that butt scratched, don't you? Huh? Yeah, I know it. I know it. She doesn't know what to do today because she's not used to Danny and I both being here during the weekdays like this. So she's having to run back and forth between Danny and I. Oh, man. So Mary, I'll show you what I'm getting ready to. Now keep in mind, these guys were done last Friday. Look at that. Now these and these 306s are bad with the, it's because they're munching that challah wood up every day. Look at how much of detritus just from less than a week. These super reds too, when I get in those, they're going to be a ton of nastiness in there. Sue Moore taught me a trick with these little guys. If you guys got those Cori jets on your sponge filters, you stick a little piece of airline tubing to this, and then you can take it and take the little collar out. You can take this with some hot water and you just squirt it through, and it cleans those jets out so you don't have that. I don't know if you guys have that problem with those. I have it quite often with these plecos, so I have to go through. I see there's a couple I'll have to do here today that look like they're going to need it. Clean those out. Hello, June. Good morning, sister. Hope you're having a good day. How hot are you guys going to be this week, June? I mean, we are going to be roasting up here in Oregon. I know you usually, if we're that bad, you guys are like twice that bad. I imagine you're going to be seeing some 100-degree days this week. Today's going to be lazy water change day. I don't think I'll be doing the front glass. I should be, but I don't think I'm going to today. Reserve the energies. Give me 1 second though, guys. I need to go up and get that stupid inhaler. All right. We are moving and a shaking now. Always got to be so careful with this tank. My wife and I got to get new lids for all these guys. We're still running with these makeshift lids. It's one thing I do plan to do when I get everything going. Whew. Man, I love when there's excess food on the rim that ends up being there for too long. Man, that will wake you up in the morning. Whew. Man, it's foul. Get that all cleaned off of there. Probably give these guys some more greenage. Today I'll chop them up some zucchini and some cucumber. These guys are another group that just demolished the tank. I'll give you guys how many we're dealing with here. I mean, this is how crazy my Super Reds have been going. Got so many babies at this point. Luckily, we got a swap going this month, so I'll be able to get rid of some of them. And I let these go pretty reasonable, 2 for $20. And I usually don't have any problem moving them all out. It's just we haven't had enough events yet this year, so they got a little overstocked on me. This is more than I like to carry usually. I like to have at most in the house at any given time, about 200 is about all I want to see on any of my bristle nodes. So I'll probably end up having to wholesale some of these this time. These little guys are always hungry. I gotta feed this colony twice a day usually, just because there's so many of them in here. Go through all the caves. Gotta get in between them because the crap likes to build up between the caves always. Oh man. A little wondering what this COPD is going to look like in the 90 and 100 degree weather. I gotta go up. There's a second inhaler and some pills they want me to start taking. I tell you guys, if you're a smoker, give that shit up quick. I'm wishing I would have stopped many years ago. I wish I never would have picked up the filthy habit. But if you're young and you're smoking, get that out of your life right now while you still got a chance to save your lungs. And if you're vaping, definitely quit that. They're blaming a lot of my issues on the vaping. So where I screwed up was I quit smoking and then went to, There, you guys are fired. You guys are fired. I just overfilled one. Damn it. I hate when I do this. So now I gotta get that in there to start draining some of it out. At least it's not a bad one this time. We'll get her going. Let's see what's going on. I got. That's why I hate snails, man. Oh, I made a mess this time. Get that drained just a bit. All right, good to go. Come on. There we go. Oh. All right, good to go. Not a party till something gets spilled, right? Not a party till something gets spilled. Need one more. One thing Danny and I learned a long time ago too is that definitely need to keep your power strips off the ground in the fish room. Only took me getting shocked once to figure that one out. Okay, look out, little ones. That's why she doesn't like me multitasking usually. She really likes me to just drain and then fill after I've drained everything, but I can't do that, man. That would take way much more time than needed. I've become an expert at water cleanup. Big Easy! What's going on, brother? Is that what it is? Yeah, okay, Mary. I guess you're right. I was in the way. You're right. I'll have to move you guys here in a minute to a different spot once I get to the tank that you're leaning on. You all are leaning on my King Tigers. One thing I never forget is good old safe. I noticed today I'm going to have to call my water company again because normally I don't smell any chlorine in the water here at all. And today I'm noticing it's got a little smell to it. So I wonder if they changed something up again at the old water company. That's why I envy you people that have wells. At least you can control your water. What's going in, what's coming out. Unfortunately, when you're in a city, you're at the mercy of your water department. Guys here in Milwaukee know me well, and they know when I come up that nowadays I don't even have to ask. They're already, okay, Ken, this is where we're at this week. I don't go up very often. It's only when I start seeing smells or whatnot, and I'll go out, ask them what's going on. The guy up there is really cool. Starting to disperse guppy grass in all my tanks too now. I want to get something that will help with help pull some of the nutrients out of that column. Anubias ain't cutting it. Yeah, I can understand that, Foxanne. I'm trying to, Peplin. I've been doing a pretty good job reading this chat. That's funny, Mary. Okay, I'll go back up, guys. Sorry about that. What have I missed? Let me go back up. I saw that one. Yeah, I hear you, June. No leaving the house because it's going to be too hot. Yeah, the challah wood, once it's wet, Mary, you don't have much trouble with that giving you splinters. In the state of Rhode Island, it will be low 80s. Mary, on the super reds, usually about three inches or so is when you can reliably sex them. You can have a pretty good idea at 2 inch, but to really sex them, you want to be around 3.5, 4 inch. many times have thought I've had females and then they end up growing the whiskers at the end. All right. Yeah, it was a small spilled peplin. Two towels was all. Why has he got to be on the dry? I still laugh about that one, yes. Well water. Well, I thought you guys had consistent. I didn't think wells changed much. I might need to go get my... All right, I think I'm caught up, Roxanne. Yes, the females will get whiskers, but the females' whiskers will only be around the edge. I'm looking at that. Around the edge of the lips usually. Males will be the ones that'll have them all the way the whole length of the nose. All right, now I got to pay attention because the leopard frog tank is almost full. So we will watch it this time. As many leopard frogs as I've got in there right now, I'm almost tempted to pull the caves. Latest fish, are you talking about the first time spawns or are you talking just in general, Roxanne? The last new fish to spawn was the 397s, was the one that spawned that I haven't had it spawn out of yet. But those actually had spawned several times, I just didn't know it because they were in green water and I didn't see them. So I don't know how long they've actually been spawning. Like I said, I've got quite a few that are of size that I'm sure I'm going to start seeing more spawns out of now. 519s, 181s, 306s. And when I get them into 75, I'm pretty certain I'm going to get L82s right away. Right now, they're just in way too small a tank. All right. Well, I might end up having to turn the water off for a bit. We'll see where we're at here shortly. I'm on the 519 fill here in a second, and I'm only about a quarter of the way done on the Super Red, so when I get done filling this one, I'll probably have to turn it off for a bit. Catch up on the draining. All right. 3 down. And I'm hoping to get time with this hotter weather. I'm thinking it'd be a good time to paint. Finish this room off once and for all. So I think that's what I'm probably going to work on. Although we're going to try to get the boat out. I think, the more I think about it, Danny and I might have second thoughts on that with the weather the way it's going to be. Maybe getting the boat out till next weekend. I don't know though, we get up early enough in the morning, I don't think the heat's going to be a factor. We'll be off by the time it starts to get hot. So it'll be 60s out there while we're out there, so I don't think we'll be out till probably about noon or so. Not to mention on that particular river, after afternoons usually aren't too much fun because by then you start getting all the wave runners and the skiers and all that out there. It makes it pretty tough for trolling and trying to keep your boat under control. I have a hard enough time without outside factors, as you all know, that have watched us over the years on the boat. Trying to get into buoys and all the other BS that I shouldn't be hitting. But that's me, man. I make things exciting for Danny. Something ever happens to me, she'll have a boring life. Button pop that time. If I hadn't noticed that, that might have been a cracking sighting on that one. Yeah, I know, June. But I got to get this painting done so I can finish this room we're in. I mean, I've been working on this way too long. Gotta get it done. So I can start the next room, and then Danny gets her craft room back, and then she can start getting the good old Pleco Cave assembly line going again. Of course, she doesn't have Shanna anymore. She used to be a big help with that, so I guess I'll have to help with the making of them this time. Yeah, I'm looking. We might actually get lucky here. I might have this one drained enough. If not, I'll just turn the water off. I think I might anyway, just so I don't have to stress about it. Then I probably do I should have enough hot water to do the 600s, and then that'll probably be all I'll do for a little bit. Might come down later this afternoon and do more. By then, though, there'll be other people streaming, like the beautiful Roxanne. She'll be going, and Ed, and all the other Thursday night crews. Although I think Ed said he's not sure if he will be yet or not, because he is out of town with his mother. He is at a quilting convention with his mom, Ed being the good son that he is. Took his mama down there. Hello, GBear2087. I don't, but I'll tell you what I can do, Mary, is I will find out from Danny right now. I know I might even have a tube of it down here still. This stuff? All right, Mary. So this is the stuff we use. It's by Liquidex, but it's aquamarine blue is what we use for the back of our tanks. It's a nice dark color, so it's still. That stuff there will only take 2 coats, and we blotch it on. We don't paint it on, we blotch it. Oh. Thank you, Roxanne. Appreciate you. Now, something else I'll show you guys. It's driving me nuts. I'll be addressing this situation soon. But this is my Queen Arabas breeding colony. And I thought I had gotten all these guys out of there. Look at this. So when I took everything out of here and thought I was good, there must have been a bunch of Transcriptus eggs in the rocks. So I got about 50 of these Transcriptus in here. So when I move everything, these guys I'm going to be moving out, either wholesale, retail, something. I'm going to be moving a bunch of these guys. So if you're looking, if you got a little tank going and would like some Transcriptus, reach out to me because I'll make you a screaming deal on them. I need them gone more than I need the fish. It's just, oh no! No crack, good. We didn't crack it. Thank God. It's because my stupid pen thing came out. Sorry about that. Don't need to be breaking no phones, man. Ooh, one of them little. Sorry about that, guys. I went to flip you guys around and I hit the wrong button. I was going to show you. Now she's went back to hiding. Had one of the 308s out showing off. Oh, sorry about that. Hold on, I got that over here too, Mary. Danny says that was blue lava. Yes, that's the one I'm feeling right there. That one right there. We're getting close. I'm going to turn it off because I've only got that much water out of the Super Red, so we are not going to have time to drain it all before I need to fill it. So once that one's full, I'll turn it off for a little bit. Get the rest of these ones, good start of getting these ones drained. When I get to the 397s, then I'll start it back up. I'll probably keep the stream live for about another 30 minutes or so. Unless there's folks in here, then maybe I'll keep it going through. I just don't want to stomp on nobody. It is steamy in this room today, though. Good eye, though. Good to know you got my back, Mary. I don't know if you guys can hear about my neighbor's dogs going off in the background there. He doesn't do it that often, but occasionally if he's wanting to play or whatever, boy, that dog gets to going over there. I've done that a few times there, June. I hate when I do it too. So far, knock on wood, that has not cost me any fish yet. Come close a couple of times. I could have killed Danny one time. I came home from work and she was doing water changes and she was busy doing something, and that was back when I had my African tanks. She had one of my African tanks with all my Malawi eye biters and all those guys completely drained to nothing. I said, how long has it been like this? She couldn't even tell me. She didn't know how long. So that was a little scary, but nothing died, luckily. It's always scary when you come up and find that, though. It was nice about this paint too is that usually only takes 1 to 2 coats. It's a really nice thick paint. The next room I think we're going to do, it's either a dark hunter green or the dark purple. We're doing purple in one of the rooms, and that is where all my Viking stuff will be on the walls instead of fishing stuff or fish related. That's going to be my Viking layer room. I think that's going to be the big boy room because eventually I think that's going to be my home office, so I'll probably end up doing that one in the purple. I might have one show tank in there, and that will be about it. I'm only going to have one tank in there. And Danny's getting close. She's got probably another 6 months to 10 months or so, and she'll probably start breeding some crested geckos here soon too. We've got 2 or 3 different ways to go there as far as what we're going to do with them. We got lucky and got some pretty amazing stock to start. So we should be able to make some really, really cool babies. Then the other thing I'm going to start selling, we've got way, way too many of our vampire crabs too. Problem with those though, they have to be the local swap only because those things do not ship very well at all. Hey, get out of there, dummy. Get. All right. That should do on that one. And we'll get this up out of my way for right now so I don't trip over it. Stick that right there. So all we're worrying about is draining now. Yeah, I'll be going with, we're going to keep with the white trim in every room, but that Viking room, it'll be white with purple. And I'm probably going to go, what is that thing called? Big Head. Has these ginormous logos you can put on a wall. I'm going to probably do that. All right, 4 down. 7 to go in here with 1 in the other room, so 8 total. And I think when I drain that one, I'm probably going to get Danny's help and bring it in here and fill it in here. So I've got that room completed. We're going to be doing a lot of painting in there here shortly, so I just assume have those 600s out of there. I don't think anything would happen, but it's not worth risking. So I think I'm going to drain that tank today and have Danny help me lift it up on stand here. I might have to call her dad over to help too. That way that room's completely empty and we can get to going to town on it. Then when that room's done, then it's back out to the showroom out in the other room, get that stands reset and all the tanks that I'm going to be bringing in. Because once this Pleco room stuff is done, then I can start finishing that off, and then that means the big boy room will be down. And we'll be down to what we're going to be the norm. We'll have 2 major, what I see being 2 Pleco rooms. And then we'll have the showroom out there. The big boy room will be an office with maybe 1 tank in it. I think I should recover that as an additional spare bedroom, because we do get people wanting to come visit all the time. So I might be better off just leaving it in a bedroom and leave my desk out in the other room out there. We'll address that when the time comes. Right now we are draining the Super Reds. So we got these guys left. These are the 306s, 397s, King Tigers, and the 236 RB lines is what I've got left in here to do. And then after that, I'll do the L600s. And if I still got energy and life left in me, maybe this afternoon I will work on the remainder of the Plecos. And then tomorrow my goal is I've got the 240 that's due, and then the 2 135s out in the main area out there need to be redone. And I've got to get those sharks hooked up to those, and then before this hot weather hits, I still got to make time. I got to go out and pick a bunch of raspberries. Our raspberries are, I've got 3 kinds of raspberries out there. We had some Russians that lived behind us, and they planted a bunch of them along the fence line. Now I've got them all on my side. But the cool thing is, there's some that are these bright orange ones. Those things are so sweet. See if I can con Danny into making us some crisps and some pies with those bad boys. A couple cobblers would be nice. Have to go up and get some vanilla bean ice cream. Wouldn't that be nice, Mary? I'd love my fish to do painting. I'm telling you guys, as soon as they make those robots that can do water changes, I'm probably going to own like 2 or 3 of those bastards. I'll have one that cleans the house, one that does the tanks, and I'll have one that does the yard maintenance. But I don't know about you all, 30 grand is a little steep for my blood. Plus, I'm not going to buy the first models they come up with because I guarantee you they'll come out with better ones down the road. Going to have to do some cleaning on this log in the King Tiger. I don't know why the heck they've been so messy this week. Okay, here, I'll give you the breakdown, and I'll go slow for you, Mary. We'll give you a little tour of this room. So this one is my longfin albinos, as I told you guys. These guys I'm not going to be selling for a while. I want to rebuild my colony. I had a situation where Danny and I were out of town, and the person we had watching the fish didn't know any better, but what happened was we had 3 additional sets of babies born while we were gone, and I don't think they were probably getting enough food or what have you. Lost almost all the babies. It crashed the tank, and when I came home, 80% of the longfin albinos were gone. Now down there is where I put all this albino longfins don't spit 100% albino, so I take all the just regular fin albinos are in this tank. And I'll give you an outlay of the room. So it starts there, works around, and then eventually it's going to come over here and it's going to stop right about there. I got that from Stephen P. at the Clash. I love that sign. If you guys haven't seen, my father-in-law made me that beautiful sign. It says Kenny's Playroom. So continuing on, so on top side here is where we had those, see there, that is the L519s. Then down from them is my tank full of leopard frogs. They're in a 40. I think I'm going to have to move them up to a 55. But as you can see, there are so many babies in this tank. Then next to that, on the lower level here, is the 306s. And they haven't bred for me yet. That's one of the, oh, there's one of those things that I need to do this one today. I'll probably, once we get done showing you this, I'll show you guys how I do that. Then of course it's the Super Reds above them. Then next to that, these are the King Tigers. I got to do the glass on this one today for sure. It's because it's the closest to the window, so I've always got to mess with this one. And whatever tank goes here when I'm done is the other one. Then below that, these are my colony of cute little 397s. There's a cute little baby. And like I said, if you want to get these breeding, guys, this is the key. They got to have the chala wood. Gots to have chala wood to breed the 397s. And then, last but not least, is these are the RB line, 236 RB line. And while we're at it, I might as well show you go around and show you all the plecos. Oh. So these guys are the ones I'm talking about moving them over today. These are the L600 leopard cactus plecos. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. But I'm going to give them over to the next room over. But these guys are stunners. I'll see if I can coerce this young lady out. Give me one sec, Mary, so you can get a good view of them. This is one of my fun. There we go. Show you these. Come out of there, girly. These people want to see you, honey buns. Well, she's not going to be cooperative today, so now we'll show you but to show you guys what I'm up against, see all these bricks and all this wood and that wood and all those bricks, all this, and there's all the sand. I don't know what I'm going to do with that because it's useless to me now. I might clean it and use it to fill the 135s with a little more sand. But this is the room we're going to be starting next. I got to sand all this down, paint, got to get all that stuff up. We got to repaint and do all these. And then this is the makeshift room, all the crap's everywhere. So in here, Mary, we have our L260 Queen Arabesque colony. No, that was just that's just algae is what you were seeing, Mary. Now these guys, when I get ready to move them, they're all going to be out of here. Matter of fact, I probably won't put any of this rock in the next tank because I could see that little Queen Arabesque back in here. But these 260s are all of a sudden, I'm glad I got them because they're becoming quite a shortage now. I noticed that these have went up in price since I got them. The average I've been seeing now is like $175 to $200. Now moving on over here, and all these are going to be in the two placard rooms eventually. So down, let me get my big ass down here. These are my L181 were they all caved up? Yep, they sure shit are. No. Well, these I'll have to show them off to you just in the caves, and right now because I was in there. But these are similar to the Galaxies or all of those Starlight Plecos. Very similar to those. They're black with white dots. Oh, sorry guys, that's the old man getting up off the floor. And then in here, these are my Pride and Joy 2. These are the L82 Opal Spot. Usually there's a female that hangs under here, but I should be able to. Let me lift that wood for you guys so you can get a better look at this. Because the females usually are not that hard to. Well, where are you girls this morning? Huh. I don't know where my girls are this morning. Huh. I might have an issue in there too now. All right. Well, we won't fret about that. And then in here are my super whites. This is my main, this is where I showed you guys, and I'll show them to you again if you're just coming in. We got a fresh batch of little babies. So that is those. Then these next ones I got from Miss June. And I've got these to breed a couple of times. Now there's one over there in the corner. These are the L157 red spot bristlenose. Kind of a rare one. Not too many people are breeding them yet in America. Very underrated fish, I think. I think they're cool as can be. See if I can find one of the female. Yeah, there's one hanging right there. Ah, But I've got these to breed already once. Then I moved them into this tank. So it might be a month or two before they start breeding again, but really, really cool bristlenose. And then finally, this is my second tank of 236 Super Whites. Then I've got this ginormous, I've never seen one this big. Look at the size of that thing. Think she's got problems? I'm hoping to get somebody to breed with her. I've never seen one that big, ever. But the guy that I got his colony from liked to feed beef heart and some other real protein heavy stuff. They're not going to get that with me. I mean, mine are pellet and bloodworm and occasional krill. So that's what we're looking at, Murray. Oh. All right. And the tanks with a lot of fish in them, I always do 90% water changes on. I know a lot of people say that's crazy, but I've been doing it that way as long as I've been keeping them and seem to never have any issues. Those are Judeochromis transcriptus, Mary. And like I said, anybody wants some of those, I would make you a screaming deal on them. They're a neat little fish. They are an African cichlid, so you would want to have a little higher pH water. They would do best in a little higher pH. Keep them around 78 to 80. They'd be fine. And they only max size are about that big. So they don't get overly, and then they do best if you have a tank full of rock, because they are rock dwellers. And they are very prolific, keeping that in mind as well. Man, I think they misjudged when that heat wave was coming, because it's only like 11 o'clock, and I swear to God, it already feels like it's 80 here today. Always feels so rewarding though when you get done with the water changes. Seeing everybody happy. I imagine it's like a shower to us, right? 96! Ooh, June, I would die. They do get real red. The only thing with them, Mary, is that it takes a very long time to get them to that point. That's when they're a full mature, and it's usually just the males that get the real red. I've got one that's got the red starting to pop now. But they're very similar to the 236s when it comes to breeding. They have very, very small batches. Like a huge batch of those is like 10. I could not handle no 96 degrees, June. Oh, I should show you guys this too, to show you why people always wonder why 236s and these high pans get up there and mud. Well, now she went away. But the reason is that
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Shut up! Did you hear Alexa trying to explain something for me? Alexa, you're sexy.
Good news. Your Prime membership includes Alexa Plus for free. Upgrade to Alexa Plus and experience our smartest and most helpful AI unit. Ready to enable it?
No, thank you. That's all I plan to do, June. I'll probably be in my bedroom all weekend. And Monday is going to be the worst day here. It's supposed to be almost 100 on Monday. All right, that should be good for these guys. Now we get started on the old 306s. I just love these darn snails, always getting in the way. Those will become Frankie snacks. Either Frankie snacks or the Insane Clown Posse snacks. Those are the ones I'm so excited for. Those guys are finally going to have a humongous tank for themselves. I mean, they're in a 110 right now, but they will be moving to a 180. I'm going to have a tank of those and the Severums. So I'm anxiously awaiting for those guys to finally have a nice upgrade. Now I got to keep an eye on these leopard frogs because I end up finding 2 females all beat to hell and dead. That's always scary. That's what started happening the last time. So I got a pretty good idea of which 2 would be doing it because they're the same 2 I originally had, and they got a little different shade of yellow to them, a little brighter. If they keep it up, I'll remove them from the colony for a while and make them realize if they want to be part of society, they got to behave, get grounded, and no females will get them hopefully thinking correctly. Yeah, once I get these 306s going, we're going to have to be I'll probably have to be marking when I'm getting ready to do the swaps. I usually just bag everything, then tag them afterwards. I mean, these 397s and the 306s look so similar. I'll have to make darn sure that when I'm doing those batches, I'll have to tag the bag before I move on to the other ones. Don't want to be selling 306s as 397. There's a big difference in price. 306s are still pretty kind of rare and hard to get. I got these from Aquaria Life. That's another breeder. If you guys have never bought any of her plecos, she really does a great job. She does plecos. She also does rainbow fish. I think she does gold laser cories, orange laser cories. Oh man. Yes, lady, sorry. You don't want to be sitting there hanging out in your own poo, do you? Let Daddy help you. They're giving me the dirty looks. But gosh, are they pretty. I don't think there's anything prettier than these 306s. Well, maybe the super whites, and those Queen Arabas are pretty good looking too. But if you've all been following my channel, you know all of them. The tank I'm on is probably my favorites every time. Ooh, that's exciting. We've got a pregnant female in this one. She looks like she is ready to... I bet you we have some of these by the end of the month, maybe next month at the most. So I've got 2 males already on it. Looks like they might be fanning. We'll see. One thing I will, little advice when you're breeding plecos is just don't worry about it. It will work out. I don't ever sit and stress too much on it. Just let them do their thing. And what happens, happens. Eventually they will, I know they will breed eventually. At least these ones are really good looking to look at though when you're waiting for them to do so. Yes, they do. They love to dance after a good water change. You're right, George. Yeah, you think she'll file a sexual lawsuit? I hope not, Mary. Yeah, that's what I've always done, Mary. Don't worry about what other people say. Everybody's fish room is different, right? Some people will tell you do it this way, and I guarantee you if you went to a convention and asked somebody what they did to breed their fish, you'll hear like 6 to 10 different ways, you know? Usually when I'm going for breeder advice, or if I got that on the plecos, my go-to people are usually the Peplins, and then Aquaria Life. I lean on her quite a bit. Then I had my buddy John, but John all of a sudden, we were not sure what happened to good old John. He just ripped up and left the state and hasn't been in touch with any of us. So if you guys recall, John was my good friend that used to breed the Altons and the Zebra Cara and all those cool, and then the Zebra Plecos. My wife and I definitely miss him. He was always another mentor that I always liked to lean on when I had questions. But I think everybody in the hobby needs a mentor. You need somebody that, if you're having issues or if it's something you haven't seen before, it's always nice to have people that you can call. Aquaballs, my fish like dancing in and through the new water stream. Yes, the plecos will do that, Mary. They love it when the fresh water's coming in. I always like how clear the tanks are for a few days. It's the one time I can really enjoy the plecos. That's also why you will see me dump like 5 or 6 shorts in like 4 or 5 hours. It's usually because of fresh water changes and the plecos are showing off, so that's when I most likely will have a couple of videos or shorts today. Once I get this room done, I will do a full-length video on this room. I'm just waiting until it's done. And then eventually I'll get into the fish room tours again of the house. Anyway, guys, I just noticed my phone is down to about 2 bars, so I probably should end the stream, get this thing charged up. And then I think I'm going to go up and get something to eat real quick because I'm starting to feel it. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a couple hours here. I'll try to do this when I'm doing water changes. I used to do it all the time. I'll start getting back into a few things I used to do. But the main thing is I do plan to start getting a lot more video out there for you guys. So I'll be looking for that soon. Probably start once I get this room done. We're moving on to the next project. And then I want to start getting out and doing people's fish rooms too, is another thing I want to start doing again. I used to love that. That's also how you get ideas for your own fish room. When you're out shooting folks' fish rooms, you end up picking up ideas for your own fish room. So I've got little bits and pieces of everybody in mind. So anyway, guys, as always, love your fish. I want to thank you all for stopping out. We will see you Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you this weekend. Thanks again. Love ya.